For SoWhatDoYouThink.com here at Mark's Pharmacy on 22nd and Oak. Very well-known pharmacy here in Vancouver. And I'm talking with Julene Wisdom, who's part of our tribe now, if I could put it that way. And she specializes in health and getting people feeling better about themselves. Not just feeling better, but a healthy lifestyle. And also, she has some specialty things that she does that we're going to talk about. But Mark's Pharmacy, let's start off with that, Julene. By the way, welcome again.
Thank you, Doug.
Tell me a little bit about this pharmacy.
Well, Mark's Pharmacy has been around for many years, and it's now what's known as an integrative pharmacy. So, of course, there's the prescription side of things, but also it's expanded to have alternative health supplementation. So nutraceuticals, there's pharmaceuticals and nutraceuticals on the other end of things, which is fantastic. So we can help to prevent, and if people have other things and their doctors give them prescriptions, they can also supply that at Mark's Pharmacy.
Awesome. So what is natural health meant to you? Like you mentioned in our earlier interview that you had ballooned up to 190 some pounds. How did you take that weight off? Let's start there. How did you get motivated? Because there must have been a lot of emotional crap going around, and something had to happen to say, I've got to do this. I've got to lose this weight.
Well, you actually asked me about my background, and I said I'm Jamaican. So I'll start there. In my culture, weight is not something that we really are concerned about. However, I was always very thin. I mentioned from fashion, being Black Barbie, I was always tall and thin. That's when I was healthy. So I knew I was unhealthy. And that's what motivated me. I was in my mid-30s. I didn't want to be unhealthy. I could hardly walk around the block. I needed to get to the root cause as to what caused me to put this weight on in such a short period of time. And that's how my passion, my drive, that's where it came from, was to find out what caused this weight gain and how do I get healthy again. I wanted to feel good.
All right. So specifically, what were some of the steps that you took?
The first thing I did was to find out what are other people saying. And that's what I try to specialize in. I surround myself with experts. There are a lot of experts that are around here. So I heard a lot of things from my medical doctor and I researched it. Did it make sense for me? And if not, I kept researching to see what others were saying. So that's when I found naturopathic doctors, a lot of who I work with now. And something that stood out for me was supplementation. In Jamaica, it's just their natural way of eating. Aloe vera, coconut oil, all these things that are now in pill forms, curcumin, which is turmeric, which are great for weight loss and cleansing the body and getting toxins out. These are things that are in our natural diet in the Caribbean. So for me, quote unquote, alternative medicine made sense because it was from nutrition. These supplements come from what's in our food, nutrients.
Okay, so let's talk about this other side of Julene Wisdom, which I think is fascinating, because you came to me months and months and months ago and said, you know, I've been thinking about you, been praying about you, and I'd like to talk to you about being a life coach and helping you on the struggle that you're dealing with. Because I had been very honest with you and said, you know, I'm very discouraged. I mean, I was really discouraged about my weight. And, you know, I'm turning 65 this year. And I said, man, you know, I'm going to have a whole bunch of health problems if I don't start getting a hold of this. But a lot of it is mental, how you approach life. And I needed kind of the combination of a life coach and a nutritionist, which is exactly what I found in you.
Yes. So
talk to me about your occupation as a life coach.
fantastic. So as a life coach, I studied through a Christian school to become a Christian life coach. Now, that doesn't mean that Christians have to come to me, not at all. It's just that my moral foundation from this university is based on those principles. So life coaching actually complements who you are. And I am actually studying to be a doctor in naturopathic medicine. That's my goal. And because of my health maladies, because of my mom dying of breast cancer so young, health is a huge part of my person. So life coaching, a life coach comes alongside you, walks beside you, focuses you, directs you, cheers you on, and also links you with experts. I can't know everything, Doug. I know a little bit, of a lot, and I have amazing experts around me that I can send people to take them to the next level. Life coaching is about change lives, and that's my life was changed in my weight, in every area of my life. It has been changed, and that's what I pass on to others through life coaching.
All right. So again, you can get in touch with Julene Wisdom if you have comments that you'd like to make, questions that you might have about your own health, or if you just want to give her a phone call here at Mark's Pharmacy, you could do that and get in touch with her, and she'll be glad to get back in touch with you. And if this is something that you're struggling with, or just have questions about, in my case, I also have a very bad knee, arthritic knee condition. I've been dealing with that. And there's just been a number of areas that I have found extremely helpful, probably the best help I've ever had in my life. So I would suggest you get a hold of Julene. Now, I'm going to come back in part 3 here and talk a little bit about another specialty area that I had never heard of before, but something that she specializes in. So we're going to come back and talk with Julene Wisdom on the next segment. And so we should call this like Wisdom's Health or something like that. Come up, I mean, with a name like Wisdom, we got to come up with a great name, right? Wisdom's Health. I don't know what we're going to call it, but Julene will come back. We'll talk to you a little bit about the specialty area that you are working in. So this is Doug Coy with Julene Wisdom. So what do you think?